Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT. We are back at the Hammerstein Ballroom. And man, has the perspective and has the grand scheme of things for NXT changed in one quick week. Between NXT TakeOver and now, there is just, I mean, it has been one to forget almost for the NXT brand. The big news coming out of, well, there was so much big news coming out of it. You look in the first, we have a new NXT champion in Coren. The very thing that NXT swore itself not to be, it has become, as the new NXT champion rolls around town celebrating. But one other thing to take away from it all was, as you see there, it became official following NXT TakeOver, and now it has been signed and it is done. After NXT TakeOver, Larry Zbyszko and JBL stepped down as NXT co-general managers, stating that they believe they could not lead this brand so long as Coren was within it. That is right, the NXT champion has forced the general managers to resign, and now this brand is simply without a GM. And it has brought about a question that needed to be asked and a question that will be answered, I suppose, in the short while. They're looking for a new general manager, and they came down to me and they asked me to put out the message to you. If there is anyone looking to be the NXT general manager, application form in the comments below. Anyone is viable for it. Anyone can become it. Anyone can be the NXT general manager. Just how Dara Ronaldo became a Raw general manager earlier in the year. Yep, that can happen with NXT. It's just down to whoever has the best application, I guess, and they'll get picked. It's very short notice, but it has happened so quick that we do not know, that no one really knows what to do around here. But we're going to move on here to this card. We're going to move on to tonight, and in this hastily put together card, there's only 3 matches on this card. The main event is going to be something that happened at NXT TakeOver, and you see it right there. SAnitY versus the D.C.C. That's going to be a huge match, to say the least, when those 6 guys are in the same ring as each other. And I think that's going to be incredible to witness. But yep, that is the main thing to take away. We need a new NXT general manager, and we're looking towards one of you to apply for it. So I guess we're going to get things underway here on the... Oh, God. Alright. Well, I was hoping he wasn't here tonight, but I guess not. Let the bragging begin. And here he is. I'm surprised, actually, that he hasn't got his title with him for a change, but look at him as he heads towards the ring, soaking in all the reaction and making sure that everyone pays attention to him. The Hammerstein Ballroom erupts into a chorus of boos, all united against the same one man, the new NXT champion Coren. What a nightmare this is for everyone to have to endure. And it's even more of an endure to hear him talk and to hear him, well, rubbing in, essentially, everything that happened at NXT TakeOver. Everything that is going on this brand, Coren believes it is because of him and no one else. He is glad that he was the one to kick Zbyszko and JBL out of the door. And to whoever wants to try and step up to the plate next and fill in as NXT general manager, best of luck. Because with Coren at the top, you're never going to get a touch of his NXT. And as for Okada, the former champion, the failed champion that he was, whenever he gets up to his feet, come running for Coren again. He wants to see you run like a headless chicken to his fray. Only this time, he will gladly be just the executioner. No need for a judge, no need for a jury. Now is the time where Coren puts him out to past and gets to focus on his NXT, his dynasty, his era. Welcome to the torture of NXT, and Coren will be the one to rule over it. Ladies and gentlemen, the new NXT champion. What did we do to deserve this? Whoever becomes the new NXT general manager, I wish you the best of luck. Yep. That's all I have to say is yep. That's our NXT champion. That's the face of this brand. And that is whoever becomes the new NXT General Manager. That is who he has to deal with. Or she, you never know. Best of luck. And it's a real shame that Coren has to be given all the attention around here. It's a real shame that all we have to turn our mind to and all we ever have to see is him. Because there's a great deal of talent in this NXT roster. There's a great deal of future prospects and there's some great veterans on this roster as well. Look at the NXT Global Champion, Kurt Angle. Look at the likes of Lio Rush, who stood out with a great performance on his TakeOver debut. And instead, all the focus every single week has to go to the NXT Champion now. What is the new NXT General Manager going to do about that? I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was in charge of this roster. I'd be suicidal, week in and week out. But someone's got to do this job, I guess, and I imagine someone is going to be brave enough to do just that. But anyway, like I said, we've only got 3 cards. We've only got 3 matches here tonight because of how, I guess, sudden everything that happened. Well, you know, just how all sudden it was, and how we've got to try and recover from it more so than anything. And I guess we're going to get onto that right about now. In the first match here tonight, Noam Dar and Kassius Ohno. Ohno made his return in a big 8-man battle royal to try and determine the #1 contender for the NXT Global Championship. Been a long time since Ohno was in this universe. He was in the final 2 before being eliminated by of course the winner, Bret the Hitman Hart. Well, now we have got a good 2 months until our next NXT takeover. So now it is time for these men to focus. Now it is time for the likes of Kassius Ohno to make a name for themselves and show that heading into the next takeover they are ready for a big time match. It's all about what they can do to get it. Well, Ohno has the chance here tonight, but he's got to go through Noam Dar to start things off, to kickstart his NXT career, or re-kickstart it, or whatever you want to say. There's a bit of a mutual handshake between the two there. Didn't expect to see that, given the fact that Noam Dar is not really the most respectful of people, but here we go. Collar elbow tie-up between the two, and we're underway. Noam Dar has Ohno here in an arm drag, and that is very quickly counted out by Ohno. Look at the size difference in this one. Ohno way taller and way bigger as well than Noam Dar, who might not have the easiest matchup he's ever had here tonight. I mean, so it's just amazing to try and think that, you know, as this match goes on, as these two men try and just do their job and treat NXT like it's normal and nothing's wrong with it, we have to think about who the NXT champion is, and we have to think about what is going on in this brand right now. A huge shape-up is going on. There's anarchy really all over the place. There's anarchy with the general managership because there is no general manager. There's anarchy with the NXT champion because of who he is. There's anarchy amongst the NXT tag team division, which will be not settled tonight, but it'll have a portion of it dealt with, I guess, by the end of the night. And then you just got to think next week, when a new NXT general manager is going to be sworn in, what the hell are they going to do? How are they going to be able to take this place and make it mean something again? You know, Coren's almost just kind of bastardized this entire brand. Everywhere we turn, he's the poster for it. He's on the face of NXT. And I honestly never ever thought that such a thing would happen. But he did what had to be done, I guess, for himself at NXT TakeOver. And he walked out as the winner. And he walked out as the new NXT champion, as sickening as that is to say. I can't believe it. Well, no time to mope, only time to focus. Noam Dar right now and Kassius Ohno going at it. And to be fair, Noam Dar all of a sudden has turned this match around into his kind of idea, how he wants it to go, and you got to give credit where that's due. He is kind of outmatched in this one, I guess you could say, in some ways against Ohno. He has giving up quite a fair amount of size and quite a fair amount of weight to him. But he's trying to fight back, and there's a counter by Ohno. Oh, an elbow there on the back of the head. Gut wrench suplex. Look at that by Noam. Great speed there to counter his way out of that attempt. And now what will Noam look for? Brings him in. He's got him in the leg lock. He's got that leg lock stitched in here on Kassius Ohno. But Ohno using his frame there to get to the ropes. Good thinking. And here he goes now with some simple forearm shots, and that's quickly taken away. Ohno might show him how you really hit a forearm or a power bomb. No. Oh, a neutralizer pile driver by Ohno. Jesus Christ. Noam certainly is going to be feeling the brunt of that one, but he's still trying to fight on here. Fair play to him, he's not giving in yet, and another neck breaker to be connected onto Kassius Ohno, but no, he's in the ropes. Now what could we see here from Noam taking the arm here, locked in a Fujiwara armbar, and I guess this is smart in some way, trying to take the forearm away from Ohno. But look at how easily he just throws, over there. Uh-oh, we've seen this from Cesaro on many occasions. Cross arm, power bomb. Noam goes down, and he might be in a bit of trouble here with Kassius Ohno. The big boot. And we know what's coming up next. The KO, the roaring elbow. Bang! That is it. Welcome back to this universe, Kassius Ohno, and that is the victory that he was looking for. Ohno, your winner, and Noam suffers another defeat, but this time to a man looking set on making a name for himself once more in the NXT division. Here comes Kassius Ohno. What can he do for himself when he is given the opportunity in NXT? Gotta think, with a new champion, there may be a lot of hunger going for that title. Will Ohno try and get himself involved in it? I don't know. I mean, there's kind of just too much going on right now to think about maybe what could be done in this NXT Championship division. Or just any NXT division, I guess. A great deal of thought has to be put into everything by the new NXT General Manager. And he's only got basically a week to start thinking about it. Well, there we go. Victory for Ohno. And it's a strong one for him as well, as Noam fought for that victory. But unfortunately for him, he picked up a defeat. Anyway, we're going to move on now to our next contest. Billie Kay is going to go one-on-one with the new NXT Women's Champion, and a new champion that we can definitely celebrate in Kairi Sane. It was a great night at NXT TakeOver, to be fair, for that young woman. For her to accomplish what she did. But there has to be said, a great deal of doubt surrounding it as well. I thought it was going to be a title retention for Nikki Cross, but it wasn't the case. We crowned a new NXT Women's Champion, and now she is at the top of the division with a great deal of eyes on her, and a few women who want to get their hands on her. And the first one who gets to do that here is Billie Kay, one half of the iconic duo with Peyton, Royce, and be interesting to see how Kay can test the new champion. Will she be able to pull off a shocking victory, maybe? Is Sane still feeling effects from last week's takeover? Is she at 100%? Or could she perhaps get a little bit too, I guess, I wouldn't expect this from Kairi Sane, but could she get maybe a little too overconfident? And that could cost her. You got to think, being a champion, there may actually be more nerves in her as well. And maybe she's nervous to do well. And as a result of it, she ends up failing somewhere along the lines and costing herself a good win here tonight. I guess we just have to find out. As Billie Kay waits in the ring for her opponent, the Hammerstein Ballroom is ready for her as well. The new NXT Women's Champion. She had to fight off everything that went her way. She had to fight against the toughest opponent possible. And she did it all for that NXT Women's Championship. Here she is, the Women's Champion, Kairi Sane, heading towards the ring, holding that title close to her. It was an incredible moment when that second insane elbow struck down on Nikki Cross, and the crowd counted along with it to the count of 3 to give Kairi Sane her first NXT Women's Championship. She's only been around a few weeks, and here she is, the face of the division. And now, it's all about what does the NXT Women's Division do from here? Where do we go from this point on? You know, Sane is the champion. Cross is now the SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Where does the NXT Women's Division go from here? Maybe the new NXT General Manager will have to have a few plans in mind for it. But one thing's for certain right now, Kairi Sane is taking in all of this opportunity, taking in all of the success that she has after becoming champion. But she cannot, you know, rest on it. She cannot pay too much attention to it, because she's got a fight here tonight against Billie Kay. And here we go. This one is underway between these two women. Kay is, you know, she's a tough athlete in her own right. She's got a size advantage as well over most in this division, which might make it a little bit more difficult for Kairi Sane to perhaps try and pick up an advantage. But then again, this is one of the few women in this universe to have actually defeated Nikki Cross. So maybe, you know, with that going for her, she could feel a little bit more confident in this one. Lovely follow-up combo there. That fireman's carry, neck breaker, and a neck crank. Really going all out here early on against Billie Kay. Gotta think Kairi Sane, no matter what, at the next NXT TakeOver, she's due a fresh challenger. That's going to be a little bit interesting to think about, you know, who step up to the plate. Who wants a shot at Kairi Sane? Will it be Ruby Riott, the woman who fought so hard to try and get that NXT title away from Nikki Cross, only to have to watch Kairi Sane do it for her? Could it be someone else? Could it be one of these members of the Iconic Duo, you know? Could it be one of these two? Could it be Ember Moon, maybe? Or could it be some new NXT women joining the fray? You never know with NXT. It's always got room to adapt and improve. That's what makes it such an impressive roster. As Peyton Royce slipped in a chair there, trying to use it to her advantage. Kairi Sane paying no attention to it whatsoever. And Royce on the outside, you can see her. She's looking a little worried for her tag team partner right now. And you can see why. Because Kairi Sane's really doing a number on Billie Kay right now. And oh, there's a distraction. And oh, there's the chair from Billie Kay. Slammed it in to Kairi Sane, and the chair in the corner now. If Billie Kay sends her into that, that's surely going to be a disqualification. And maybe with the referee looking now, Kay has decided against it. Sane still paying no state of mind to it whatsoever, and instead just focusing on the victory here. Up on that second rope she goes now. Big knee in the back there. Oh, well, look at this. Royce trying to build a distraction. That could give Kay an opening, and indeed it will. Irish whip now to the women's champ. But she, whatever she was thinking, Sane pulled out a great reversal for. Sending her into the corner here, and clearly the worry of, you know, the doubt about, oh, is Sane going to be able to fend off all this pressure of being the champion isn't there, because here she goes again. Top rope, landslide onto Billie Kay. And as if that impact wasn't bad enough, we know what she's going to follow up with. This is exactly what won her the NXT Women's Championship. Insane elbow. The cover. 1, 2. Oh my god, Billie Kay kicked out. I don't think Kairi Sane was expecting that one at all. Element of surprise really struck with that one. And now Sane has to think about what does she do next now. It was, you know, it was one thing when Nikki Cross kicked out of it, but for Billie Kay to kick out as well, that's a whole different ball game. I'm not trying to disrespect Billie Kay, but I'm saying she's no Nikki Cross, essentially. Kay, though, all of a sudden able to fight back in this one. What's she going to look for now? Suplex in. Oh, my God. Dumped her on her head there. Into the cover here for a huge win on Sane. Not going to be. Look at how early that kick out was by Kairi Sane. Billie Kay going to go to the turnbuckle. She's ready for victory here. She's ready for a huge win over the NXT Women's Champion. She's got to try and guarantee it for herself. To the outside goes Sane now. As the count begins, Kairi Sane gonna be feeling some, gonna be feeling some pain from everything that's gone on in this match. But, oh, I was about to say, look at the respect. I thought Sane was gonna send Kay back in the ring there, but I guess not. Sending her into the ring pole. But oh, Billie Kay does the same. And a clubbing blow to the back there will send the women's champion down. Kay returns to the ring. Oh my god, no way. Kay's gonna fly it. Oh, Sane saw it incoming. It's like she attempted her own rendition of the insane elbow, and Sane made her pay for it. Will Kay get back in the ring now? Yep, she's definitely going to beat the count. Nothing to worry about there. Oh, big running elbow there by Billie Kay. Oh, and the big boot. A huge big boot that floors Kairi Sane. Will it be a shocking win? No, it won't. Another 1 count. And Billie Kay seems incredibly frustrated about it as well. Kairi Sane kicking out of everything that Kay has to throw at her. Off the ropes, countered there. And could this be an opening for Kairi Sane? Catches her in the head there. And here she goes now, dumping her on the ropes. She has tried an awful lot to win this matchup, and she's setting her position again. I think she wanted the insane elbow, but one thing was for certain, Billie Kay didn't want any of it. Off the rope she goes now. Uh-oh, problems for Kay. German suplex. And to the top rope goes Kairi Sane after it. Peyton Royce may just be forced to watch on as another loss is racked up for them. The insane elbow. Caught on the money. Cover on Billie Kay. 1, 2, 3. Again? You are kidding me. Billie Kay kicks out of 2 of the insane elbows. And Sane almost starting to get a little bit frustrated now as she just boots her way into Billie Kay. I think that I'm just as surprised as Kairi Sane, to be fair, as well. What's she going to do now? Running off the ropes and... oh, a big forearm in the face. Holy cow. She caught it. What? How was Billie Kay all of a sudden responding from that one? Peyton Royce on the outside trying to provide a distraction here. And these two women are just trading kicks back and forth right now. Oh, great counter there by Kairi Sane. And again, she brings in Billie Kay. Alabama slam. Down she goes, but Royce getting involved again. Kairi Sane, though, choosing not to be distracted by her, focusing on the task at hand. Trying to focus on the win here, and she's looking incredibly worn out as well. Went for the spinning backwards, just took way too long to go for it, and Kay makes her pay! Planting her on her head once more. Billie Kay into the cover here for the victory over Kairi Sane. There's 2, and oh, Sane just kicked out. Say what you will about Billie Kay, she has done everything in her power to try and win this one. Peyton Royce has kept her alive. And oh, there's the big boot again. No way. Into the cover goes Kay, looking for victory. 1, 2. Billie Kay has defeated Kairi Sane. Just think about that. The NXT Women's Champion just got knocked off by Billie Kay in her debut match as champion. And Kay isn't done yet. Kay is not done. The beatdown on Kairi Sane now. That is a way to make your mark, and that may be the way that Billie Kay has made herself #1 contender for the title. What the hell did we just see? How did she win? Well, Peyton Royce, to be fair, had a lot to pay for it. Had a lot to play in with it as well. The iconic duo could well be on the mindset of the NXT Women's Champion. But one thing's for certain, Billie Kay may have just secured herself a future title shot at Kairi Sane. What a huge win that was for Billie Kay. And that is something that the NXT General Manager is going to have to focus on when they take over next week. But that cannot be ignored by any means. Just like the main event itself cannot be ignored as we head into it now. A huge 6-man tag team matchup coming up next. It is SAnitY against the D.C.C. This all kicked off at NXT TakeOver Toronto. And now we see what will happen in the main event here tonight. The Hammerstein Ballroom better be braced, because I'm feeling like there's going to be a lot of carnage and a lot of chaos. We are braced and we are ready for a big impact in this one. It is a big time main event. Ooh. Kind of feel the shakes about everything forming. What is going to happen in this one when these 6 men collide in the main event? How is NXT prepared for this one, if they are prepared at all for it? Because here come SAnitY. Here come the team that were just 1 second away from becoming NXT Tag Team Champions, if not for the intervention of the D.C.C. They had Chad Gable and American Alpha beat. Killian Dane was about to make the cover that would bring them those titles home with them, wherever home is. But the D.C.C, playing their games as per ever, made a shocking way of getting their name back out in the main stage, of bringing all the attention to them once more by defeating, well, not defeating, but by planting down these 2 men. Sawyer Fulton did not come out to ringside in that one, and to be honest, I'm not too sure when the beatdown started if he could have done anything to stop it, if he would have just been another body added to the mix from the D.C.C. But now here tonight, there's nowhere for them to run, there's no little advantage for them to gain. They've got to go face to face with these 3 sick and twisted individuals and prove to us all that the D.C.C deserved that shot that SAnitY had, that the D.C.C are the next #1 contenders for those tag team titles. I'm not too sure, well, even if it isn't about the tag team titles, one thing it will allow them to be is just victorious over someone as sick and as twisted as them. SAnitY cares about chaos, the D.C.C cares about its loyalty to Sabin at any costs. And here they come, the D.C.C. Chris Sabin, Bram, Christopher Daniels. The trio will lead their way out. At a time, these 3 men were ruling the roost, essentially, of NXT. The tag team titles on the shoulders of Bram and Daniels, and the NXT Championship belonging to Chris Sabin. Times have changed for these men. And now they turn their focus on just becoming a huge unit again, on showing their value. And even with all these new talents coming in, the D.C.C are always the one that everyone should fear. And there it is, the traditional Hail Sabin, as even Chris Sabin shows his loyalty to himself. One thing to think about with the D.C.C, aside from their success with the titles, what else are they responsible for? They're responsible for Coren. Chris Sabin brought him in, and if it wasn't for Chris Sabin, we may never have to have thought about a man named Coren taking this brand and trying to ruin it in his own values. We are underway here in this one. Oh my god! Bramwell will send careening into Christopher Daniels from the start. Eric Young starting things off in this one. Seems as if he couldn't wait to get his hands on the D.C.C after what they did. And it's difficult to think about who to side with in this one, really. You know, you look at all 6 of these men, and none of them are really a fan favorite. None of them are really respected by anyone. I'd love to know what is attached to Chris Sabin right now that's causing him to have that magnum dong of his, Billie. Because it's really frustrating, and it's really distracting. Fuck me. Well, on the outside here, it's no surprise it's broken down on the outside this quickly as Bram and Eric Young go out of here. In the ring, though, Eric Young sends Bram. Christopher Daniels seemed to be calling for the tag in there, but Bram seems alright. Gets back up on his feet and sends him crashing down to the mat there. EY perhaps in a little bit of trouble. What will Bram look for here? He's just going to bring him back into the ring. And look at this now. Both members of SAnitY wanting that tag in, and they're not going to get it. It's the tag on the outside there that matters. Bram tags in Daniels here. And the D.C.C are starting to take control, trying to isolate Eric Young here and trying to go to work on putting away the leader of the D.C.C. It's trying to put away the leader of SAnitY. Pele kick to the arm there. Eric Young counters his way out of it and slams him down with an arm DDT. He's going to make the tag, but into who? Is it going to be the big man? Killian Dane. Yes, it will be. In comes Dane in this one, and this may be a tough one for Daniels to have to endure. Oh my god, already launched to the outside, and for some reason, EY tags himself, is tagged back in this one. Why, I don't know, but I guess that was all that Dane that he wanted Dane for. Daniels having a moment to recover there. Creates some separation and the tag is made. In comes Magnum Dong Chris Sabin now. That is incredibly distracting. Just don't move. How about that, Sabin? Just stand still for the entire match, please. Here we go. The leaders of the two factions are going at it, though. Eric Young and Sabin to lock up. Jesus fucking Christ. What is he going to do here? He's brought him to his own corner. Tag made. Back in comes Dane now. Just pretend it isn't there. That's all I have to say. And look at this now. Killian Dane going to work. Huffing him over his shoulders there with that power bomb. Can tell there is a lot of frustration, especially with Killian Dane, seeing as he was the one who was making the pin and was about to get him the win for those tag team titles. Sabin's been tagged in, and so far he's had nothing to show for it. Just been getting beat down by both sides. There's the counter finally. Can Chris Sabin get something going for him here? Big drop kick, and Dane goes down. Up to the top rope goes Chris Sabin. Sawyer Fulton paying close attention and sends him flying off the top rope. Sabin crawling, tags in Christopher Daniels now. Almost had no choice but to do just that. And Daniels is going after the big man here. Oh, well, maybe not for much longer, because there's a quick counter by Dane and a big uppercut. Doesn't go down from it, though. Very surprising that he didn't. And Daniel's still able to stand up on his own 2 feet. Not going to be able to slam Dane down, though. There's some great thinking, to be fair, by the D.C.C right now. Working as a well-oiled... Oh, God. I'm not too sure what Daniels was thinking there, because he just collided right into Killian Dane. And almost gave him an opening back into this one. D.C.C are almost at a little bit of a loss right now. As we see Sabin trying to recover on the outside. Bram now the legal man in this one. And he sends Dane into his own turnbuckle. He wants the big man. Oh, here we go. Sawyer Fulton in this one. Seems as if Bram was waiting for this. This is what he wanted. He didn't want to deal with anyone else. He had taken it to the other man. He wanted Sawyer Fulton in this one. And the tag is made. And here we go now. Uh-oh, Fulton with a reversal there. Sends him over the top rope. And here's the strength of Sawyer Fulton. Some 310 pounds. Suplexing him back into the ring with ease. What will we see from this man now? What will we see from... You know, when we think about SAnitY, we are thinking about Dane and Eric Young more often than not. Sawyer Fulton, though, is always there, usually with them. And we only had a taster of what he could do before. Now we see his entire worth. Look at that overhead suplex there. Bram may well be regretting making that tag in, forcing Sawyer Fulton into this matchup right now. Counter there, and big collision between the two. What is Bram? Oh, Bram looked for something there, and it was countered by Sawyer Fulton, and a big spine buster as well. Everything going SAnity's way right now. Fulton being in this match has really brought life into this one. for SAnitY. Big choke though by Bram there, and this could be the D.C.C's moment now to try and turn things back around for them. In the corner we go here. Tag made. Back in comes Christopher Daniels. Could we see an interesting tag team maneuver here? Double backdrop, using their weight together to take apart Sawyer Fulton. Daniels now brings him in. STO. He's going to go to the top rope here. We know what he's going for. This for Chris Sabin. This for the D.C.C's win. Or maybe not. Thought he was going to go for the BME, but it seemed not to be. Thought about something else at the last moment, and Fulton even knew it was incoming. What a splash by Fulton. Into the cover he goes now for victory for the SAnitY. Oh, it's a kick out. Man, credit where credit's due to Fulton. He's been a big difference maker in this one for SAnitY. Looking for a big time move there, and it's a good counter by Daniels that gives the D.C.C another opening. In the turnbuckle we go. Tag made. Once again, Bram tagged in here. Interesting to see that the D.C.C seem to be just tagging themselves. It seemed to just be about Bram and Daniels tagging themselves in. Very little in the way of Chris Sabin being tagged in. There's a spine buster, and it could be an opening for a tag here for SAnitY. And it is going to be just that as Bram is sent back into the turnbuckle. Tag made. Oh, God. Fulton's in. Not Fulton, sorry. Dane is in. The big man is back in. And what's he going to do now? Double axe handle. Misses it. Bram going to go up on the second rope for whatever reason. That was not wise for him to make that decision. And Killian Dane making him pay for it right away. Grabbing him in here. And just trying to send him. Looked like he was about to send him back to SAnity's corner there, but at the last second it seemed as if he was starting to fight back. Look at this though by Dane. This is revenge for all that they did to them at TakeOver. For all the damage they did to both the leader, Eric Young, and Killian Dane. And for taking away the chance of being NXT Tag Team Champions. This is what happens, I guess, when you piss off SAnitY. This is what happens when you do them wrong. You pay for it. And you pay for it big time. Chris Sabin wanted back in this one. And here we go. The leader of the D.C.C. is going to try and go to work here on Killian Dane once more. Big knee in the head. And he goes down. Downward spiral here. And Sabin, the former NXT champion, is now looking to show how he runs things, how the D.C.C is run under him really, and why he is, I guess, better in his mind than SAnitY. He's doing a real number right now on Killian Dane, beating into every part of him that he can. The neck, the back, all setting up for that, for the cradle shock. Big uppercut there sends him down. We saw him slam him on a TakeOver with this very move. Down goes Killian Dane with it, and it could be the precursor to a huge, huge win. Is this going to be a big-time win for the D.C.C? Sabin, cradle shock. Cover on Dane after it with 1, 2. Oh, there's Killian Dane. Killian Dane saved there. As in came Sawyer Fulton with the breakup. And a chance, really. And a second breath for Killian Dane and SAnitY. He's got to do so much here to try and win this one now. They're at a bit of a limited number. EY trying to will him on the outside. Roll up, though. Roll up. Backslide. Backslide by Sabin. And oh, Killian Dane kicks at it too. And look at that. The two men having to face each other off there. Steer each other down. And Sabin tagged out. Almost out of fear there. He had to tag out. Bram sent to the outside now after everything. And here goes Christopher Daniels looking for something. Countered by Dane. Dane's on his own on right now. EY is taking it to Bram. Fulton's still down. There we go. EY finally getting up on the apron here. Or not. He's taking it back to Bram again. This is a big mistake here being made. as Dane is isolated from the top rope. BME! Best moonsault ever! Fulton's just recovered on the apron, but it doesn't seem as if it could make a difference in this one. Daniels has him right where he wants him for Angel's Wings, and he nails it. Incoming, the cover here. EY comes in, EY countered, but he's distracted, and it's victory for the D.C.C. EY turned his attention to Sabin, and it cost him. The D.C.C. has just defeated SAnitY in the main event here, and this brings the NXT Tag Team division swinging wide open right now. American Alpha, they were on the verge of losing those titles to SAnitY back at TakeOver, and now there's another team breathing down their neck, and it's the D.C.C. They want the shot at them, and with that victory over SAnitY here, they may well have guaranteed it. There is turmoil in the NXT Tag Team division. There is turmoil throughout the entirety of NXT, and now we wait and see what the new NXT General Manager can do about it. Tune in next week when we find out who the new NXT General Manager is and what they're going to do with this brand right now, because honestly, I wouldn't even know what to do with it, and I'm the best General Manager there is, and we know that for a fact. It is complete chaos right now. What is the NXT General Manager going to do about it? The big question, what are you going to do about it? Who are we going to see apply? We'll find out. See you next week when we find out who the new General Manager is. That'll end this episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys. And ta-ra.